Okay, everyone, welcome back. So we've made our way over to the Putter studio. We haven't, but it feels like it's been a long time since we've been on the Putter studio.
Winter time, maybe?
Yeah, it was probably pre-PGA show.
Yeah.
Certainly wasn't doing a 2020 excursion to the,
It may have
to the
been
Putter studio.
May have been 2019.
So it's time for a new putter for you.
Yeah, or at least a look at this one for sure. Yeah, I have been putting bad. Yeah, I would like a new putter. If you'd like me to be honest, yeah, I'd like a new putter.
We're going to go for a new putter.
I want you to tell me what's wrong with this so that I can get something new.
Yeah, so we obviously saw last time, you rolled that one pretty good last time. The amount of toe hang it had, which is quite significant, was good for your miss, Matty. But you've made some subtle changes to your technique.
Yeah, I hope it's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
I feel kind of a little bit more like the ball might be skidding, I guess, when I hit my short ones especially. Long ones, not so much.
Now, most people's idea of when a ball is skidding is that they're adding too much loft.
Yeah.
The ball is kind of jumping, rotating back. I'm going to presume that yours is doing the opposite of that.
Yeah, it feels like the opposite. I kind of feel like the ball's kind of going into the turf.
Compression with lift.
That's what it feels like.
So we'll see how that sort of transpires. Shape-wise, have you liked more of a blade style?
Yeah, I think I'm settled back on a blade style. I do have that spider that I mess around with it
That's
here
right.
and there, but
Yeah.
again, as you said, it's not like it actually was
Yeah.
due to fitting. It was just me trying to mix up my feels. But generally speaking, I'm kind of like a nice little flow neck or something like that is my preference. But I'm fairly open.
Good. Let's get some baseline numbers.
Okay, that felt pretty good.
All right, Matty, so here's your summary page. It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Pretty
not
good
bad.
performance. I mean, definitely not unhappy with it. Of all the things we're looking at, we're really trying to control the sort of vertical and horizontal control of the club face.
Right.
Horizontal in order to making sure we're controlling open and closed, which you're doing a phenomenal job of that. I mean, your face angle at impact is at the most was 0.5 of a degree open.
That's what we talked about with Gareth with his ruler, right?
Yeah.
Trying to keep it within 0.5.
Within that, I mean, those are tour tolerances within 0.5. Sort of amateur tolerances we would be more like a degree.
Yes.
Would be absolutely fine. We'd still consider that pretty good face control. So it looks good. Rate of rotation is very consistent. With all of these things, a high number, a low number, we just want it to do the same thing over and over again.
Right. You want an even pattern of it.
Yeah, because then you can have something that you can start to rely on in time. Your club path is very consistently from the inside. Impact ratio is very, very good, very tight. If you'd walked in with this right now, I would say to you, you've got a really good, really good putt in your hands.
Yeah, not surprised. I think I'm able to putt better here where there's no variables of aim and read and stuff like that. So
yeah, you said that you feel like you struggle a little bit more with aim.
Outdoors. Yeah, I obviously have a hard time because this proves to me that, okay, basic technique is fine.
Yeah.
But obviously when I'm getting out there, I'm not executing it to the same kind of tolerance.
Okay.
Is that launch? The only thing I was going to ask you, launch-wise, greens are a little bit long and slow at the moment, most places, just because of the season was late to start. Is that launch angle enough for a slower type green? Because this is obviously the slickest of the slick.
Yeah. 1 degree would be a nice amount of launch for, I would say, a nice country club.
Okay.
So if your greens are running 10, 11 in the stimp, that a degree of launch would be perfect.
Gotcha.
Right now we're not there. We're probably more like 8.
On average, we're below, right?
Yeah, we're a bit lower than that. So yeah, you would maybe make an argument for getting that to about 1.5 degrees.
I'm just curious, just based on what we can identify as any equipment variable. If maybe there isn't so much, and maybe it is just execution being the issue on the golf course.
Yeah, there's not an awful lot to pick at with it. We may want to look at a couple little things with regards to, like you said, your alignment.
Yeah.
There was one thing we did see. So your face angle at address at times was getting a little bit on the right hand side, a little closed.
That's quite a lot. So that one putt was almost 4 degrees to the right, and that's pretty consistent. What I found when I'm not paying enough attention to it, I will aim right.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously you've done this enough. You're making the proper compensations,
I can make the ball go in on this
yeah,
environment.
you've got a little feel for it.
So one thing I'm curious about, maybe we can chat about, is I remember when Gareth was here, he had me change my distance to the ball, different lengths of putter, and it helped aim better.
Yeah.
This is 35, so maybe that's something to check out.
Yeah, I know you were curious to try something.
I'm curious.
A little bit shorter.
That would be a nice starting point in terms of a request that I have, but beyond that, I'm open.
All right, let's do that.
Curious if that one was good. That felt really nice. It also felt nice. It looks better, doesn't it?
Your eye line being, more over it, you're standing a little bit closer can certainly influence that.
I find that with the longer putters, I can get myself in the right spot, but I end up kind of bunching the elbows, I guess, to make that happen. That felt good.
How was that one?
Really, felt much more solid. Ooh.
Okay, shut it slightly. How's that? That look pretty good?
Looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's 0. Okay. So was I was...
You were ever so slightly open with the face. You were
like
about
that.
half a degree.
Yeah.
Not bad though.
That felt like the best putt I hit, to be honest.
Okay, so the Del Mar's nice, better than the Newport. You're much more comfortable with the neck on that one. A little bit less offset, half a shaft of offset versus a full shaft of offset. Just for you, when you set up to that, we were looking at the difference between where you set up to it and the new modifications on Quintet. We can literally tell the difference from where you set up to it at address to where the putter comes to impact. That's key.
So cool also
really,
to have
really
that ability,
important.
isn't it?
Yeah, and we were able to use the new live sort of live putt feature as well. We can basically measure what square is, and you can tell us where you think square is, and we can see if there's a discrepancy in that. So some really great new features that we can use with that. In all honesty though, I'm probably having a hard time arguing that it's that much better than yours.
In terms of the head choice?
Yeah, so I think the length, you're much more comfortable with the shorter length. So we are going to cut your putter down now and see how they match up and see if it's...
Eliminate that as a variable.
Yeah,
because you're right, if I get good results with the shorter length, I don't need to be buying a new putter. I do like that putter.
Yeah.
And so let's just try it.
It's certainly rolling pretty good. So, if we can salvage what's already a really good putter, we can maybe do that.
Sure, well, let's do that and we'll come back.
Obviously, we know what we talk about with regards to balance point on drivers and clubs. So, your putter sits on nicely. So at a similar point, yours wants to fall off. So that the balance point's so low. Okay. Relative, but obviously because we've got the graphite component and the steel component. So
it's lighter, higher up, heavier down low.
That balance point with yours is down there somewhere.
So that's why I'm feeling
lots of head weight. Yeah.
Guess I'm not crazy at least.
Nice.
Yeah, that felt quite good.
What differences do you feel with the putter now?
So setting up, I am just more comfortable in general. Kind of feel like I don't have to screw around with my arms, just hang a little bit easier. The stroke feels less, I feel less of this. I feel less of the putter coming in. Yeah. So that's definitely better. And contact point to me feels like it's less high on the face. Yeah. I kind of feel like I'm striking a little bit more soft part of the face. Okay.
Tough to really beat those numbers. Face and rotation path was as neutral as anyone's going to get the path.
Okay, gotcha.
Just traveling dead on line. Launch angle at a degree. Again, maybe want to just kind of. You could probably go another half a degree of loft on it, but
I could probably work on hitting up on it slightly more. Would be
yeah,
part of
I think,
my
you know, looking
practice.
at where the equator of that ball is relative to the face, it is still in the high part of the head.
Okay, so I have room to work on
A
that
little
stroke.
bit of work on that one, for sure. Everything else is good.
Yeah.
Everything
No, this
else is really good.
feels like a nice little tune-up.
Okay.
It definitely felt off before.
Yeah.
So now it gets, the two of them, the Del Mar and this, actually feel relatively similar at this point.
Good, good. So, is your bag set? Pretty much driver.
We may take a gander at the burrito. Burrito.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't need much of a look.
I know.
It needs like a passing look.
Well, yeah, because the idea was to go obviously sim with Ghost.
Yeah, that's probably
so
what
maybe we revisit that one in a little overview, like a little bag overview. Make sure we can't modify any settings or get
That's a
anything,
good point.
just, you know, dialed in that a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to play golf. Yeah, this I think I'm gonna be a lot more comfortable
Yeah.
with, and I'm glad I can take it with me and play golf tomorrow.
And obviously keen to see the Arcos data
Yes.
from how that
Yep.
goes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, see if
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has been missed short putts for me, racking my putts per round up.
Specific length, is there any length you struggle more at? Is it like inside 6 feet or is it 6 to 8 feet?
I would say I'm missing way too many inside 6 feet.
Inside 6 feet?
Shouldn't be missing those putts.
No.
Shouldn't be missing those putts.
Yeah, the game gets a lot easier when you feel comfortable with from that length, that's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so Matty Boy's dialed in. Not surprised, I'm not really surprised we went in that direction. You did like the Del Mar over the winter when we were putting indoors.
Yes.
I can see why you liked it, but yours is so similar with maybe even a little advantage in a couple of things. Obviously stability shaft.
Yeah, that's a great advantage, isn't it?
A nice feel for that. And more just tweaking it around. Your numbers were so good early on.
I think it's a perfect example of coming in with a putter. The knee-jerk reaction would be, I need to replace this
know.
putter.
Yeah.
And I probably would have done that if you hadn't shown me.
Yeah.
The real variable was mostly the length. A little bit of loft helped
Yeah.
also. A couple of those setup keys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what a putter session can often be.
I think so.
Doesn't have to be a brand new club. It can be, but this was
Yeah.
close enough to begin with.
There's such minimal amount of information out there with regards to how you need to set up to the putter, how you need to strike, where you need to strike it, face to path, etc. That live club feature now is going to be something we use a lot. To the difference between what you feel like you're aiming and where you're actually aiming, we'll be able to really help people, calibrate themselves.
Absolutely.
How they need to aim. So
that's going to help a lot of people aim the putter properly.
Definitely. Okay guys, Matty Boy's bag's nearly set. Mine is also nearly set. So the What's in the Bag episode, I would say, will be done in the next couple of weeks.
Ooh, that'll be good.
We're nearly there.
Love it.
Might need to do that in a golf course.
I was just going to say we should do it before a round of golf.
Yeah, should.
All
Okay,
right.
stay tuned for more guys. We'll see you again soon.